It was an icy drive to work this morning. Freezing rain overnight causing spinouts, crashes, and jackknifed semis. The conditions even causing Metro Transit to suspend service for a few hours. All of this while planes were grounded nationwide due to an FAA outage. We have coverage of all of this tonight.
Yeah, it's taking you live outside now. The roads looking much better tonight as this evening commute gets started. But boy, it was dicey this morning.
So flights slowly getting back to normal after the nationwide grounding of planes earlier today. Here's a look at the flight radar animation as normal air traffic resumed. An outage in a government system causing the FAA to order this grounding today. Now, this is, of course, having a major impact on travelers across the country after two really rocky weeks of travel. Good evening. I'm Kelsey Carlson.
And I'm Amy Hockert. That map was something else, wasn't it? Well, thousands of flights canceled and delayed. Fox 9's Rob Olson has been over at MSP International for us all day today. Rob, what have you heard from travelers who I imagine are pretty weary?
Well, certainly another annoyance here with delays and cancellations, although those numbered in the dozens of delays and a handful of cancellations here at MSP, things getting then back on track after this ground stop was lifted. But U.S. Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg today stressing there's no evidence that what happened today was anything of a cyber attack. They're still trying to figure out what did happen, though, with this system, although industry experts say it's yet another piece of infrastructure that's aging and needs an upgrade. By mid-morning at MSP, with planes once again taking to the air, it was hard to tell the enormity of what had occurred just a few hours before.
I'm frustrated.
Because across the country at every single airport came a stop of every single departing flight, a type of nationwide halt that hasn't happened in more than 20 years.
Nothing like this since 9/11, obviously. You know, everything just stopping because of the system. I think they should just punch Control-Alt-Delete.
What failed is called the Notice to Air Missions, or NOTAM, information about destination airports that pilots need to see before they can take off.
It's well known these systems need to be overhauled.
Tim Campbell is a Twin Cites-based consultant with a long history in the airlines, including a senior VP for American. Says the NOTAM system is known to be stable, but also known to be far too old.
Everything runs on information, and if you can't get that information, it can grind your systems to a halt. You know, the redundancies, the backup systems, those are, I think, all relevant questions as to say, why did this not fall over to a backup system?
With thousands of delays and cancellations nationwide, that's exactly what passengers wondered too.
That's the part that gets through my mind is like, really, how do we not have technology here for backups?
But there are backups, and that is part of the investigation. Campbell says the real issue is money. This needed upgrade is also massively expensive for the FAA.
It's a daunting task, especially when their budget is variable from year to year.
Yeah, he stressed that this was not a safety issue, and that's what Secretary Buttigieg said as well. Again, the air traffic system was not at all affected. This just prevented planes from departing for a couple of hours before it got back online. But Campbell, again, likens this to roads and bridges and water lines and sewer lines, aging infrastructure that needs an upgrade, but is very expensive to do so. Live at MSP International, Rob Olson, Fox 9.
All right, Rob, thank you.
If you had your car outside, that's what the roads were like, with the road, like the ice on the car, like a solid inch or two of ice.
So true. If you had your vehicle outside overnight, you probably had to warm it up for quite some time to get all that ice to melt. And then, of course, once you got on the roads, you were dealing with ice again. There were hundreds of crashes and spinouts across the state, not to mention several jackknife semis.
And there's one man who tracks all of this in an effort to keep us safe. Karen Scullin joining us now with that part of the story. It was a rough morning, Karen.
Oh, it sure was. You know, when it comes to this, we're pretty used to it. A lot of snow. But when it comes to ice, it is a battle no one can win. And when it came to this morning's commute, it was a rough one for drivers everywhere.
It makes you hold your breath and grit your teeth just watching these cars slip, slide, and sometimes roll right off the road and right at rush hour.
Those sudden weather events can really kind of throw the morning commute for a loop.
One is the tow truck, then 2, 3, 4, 5, and the 6th swerves and slides. And just when you think he's going to crash, he regains control, All of this in about 30 minutes in Inver Grove Heights on southbound 52.
But I think one of the messages that I see over and over in Minnesota is always be ready for any type of weather, especially in winter.
And that's good advice, no matter where you were in the metro this morning.
They're going to slide right through.
Alex Smith keeps up with what's happening on the roads for his online and Twitter account, MN Safety. He watched much of it unfold and said semi-drivers were in a real struggle.
Especially if there's an incline, really struggling to get those wheels, get some traction. So we saw a lot of ramps end up getting stuck, getting blocked, the trucks having to kind of slowly inch back down the off-ramp.
But Smith reminds us, as we watch one crash after the other, remember the driver behind the wheel. It's often a terrifying experience, and he hopes sharing the dangers that are on the road will actually make them a little safer.
Behind each crash and behind each injury, there's a really personal story. And I think if we can decrease those crashes just a little bit, that can have a big impact on our lives.
Now, it really wasn't just about crashes. There was more fallout. A lot of school districts were delayed or closed, but also Metro Transit public buses were canceled for a bit. And for more on that, let's go over to my colleague Paul Bloom, who's live in Minnetonka tonight. Paul?
Karen, what a headache this morning for commuters who come to park and ride lots like this Metro Transit one here in Minnetonka behind me. Also high school students. You mentioned those school delays and cancellations. St. Paul high school students rely heavily on Metro Transit buses to get to school on time. Officials at Metro Transit said in that 5 to 8 a.m. window, the road conditions just too icy, too dangerous to put any buses at all out on the roadways. What a day for Metro Transit, one that doesn't happen often. A complete shutdown of bus service across the entire system. This one lasting 3+ hours during the heart of the morning rush. The last time we saw something even close, December 2019. But that was a weekend morning, not the middle of the week.
We're seeing tens of thousands of people riding our buses throughout that morning rush hour. And so, again, it's a decision we definitely didn't make lightly.
Chief Operating Officer Brian Funk and Metro Transit's management team making the difficult call during the 4 a.m. hour. With the roads glare ice, the conditions too dangerous, operators instead kept some 400+ buses parked in garage facilities in the name of safety.
We need to pause, let the road conditions improve, let the salt and sand get out there, and then we'll hit it.
Once the green light was given to resume operations from the Transit Control Center in Minneapolis around 8.
92 clear.
It would take only about another hour to 90 minutes to get all the buses back on their routes and on schedule. In addition to all those Wednesday commuters, another group significantly impacted by the icy shutdown, St. Paul high school students who rely on Metro Transit to get to and from school every day. The district putting out a bulletin that tardies and late arrivals would be excused because of the weather.
Everyone was so delayed. Like in my first class, my choir class, like over half the class was missing until half the class was done with because of the bus delays and the roads.
And it's interesting, this morning's ice did not impact Metro Transit's train operations. So light rail, North Star, those trains ran all morning long. Now, if you want to hear more from Metro Transit, an extended interview with their officials on how they made this decision, why they made this decision, that's available on our Fox 9 YouTube channel tonight. Reporting live in Minnetonka, Paul Bloom, Fox 9.
All right.